Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. So recently I built a small garden shed for my dad and I needed to add some shelving in there for all of his things for storage. So I came up with this simple yet really strong and effective design of shelving bracket. These are just made out of pallet wood and I needed to make 20 of these. So I didn't want to spend money on brackets when I had loads of pallet wood. So all they cost me was the screws and the glue, and they're pretty strong considering the amount of material you need to make one of these. So in this video I'm going to show you how you can make some for your shed. So here is a prototype bracket that I've made for a shed. I want these to be just strong enough to be able to support what you'd need to support in a shed. They don't need to be overly strong. This is made of 2 cm by 2 cm thick pieces of softwood, and as you can see when I push on this, it's absolutely rock solid. So this is just a prototype that I made by hand. I didn't use any power tools to make this. So the back section is going to be 30 centimeters long. The support here is 25 centimeters, and then the top piece where the shelves go is 21 centimeters. And I've got it in this arrangement. This back part is the longest, so that the pressure coming down here from whatever is on the shelf is transferred down the 45-degree support and into this back part, which will go into the studs of the shed. So this being a bit longer just helps to distribute that pressure. Up here, this is not flush. There is a space here just for ease of installation. So instead of trying to get a screwdriver at an angle here to screw a screw through, it's easy to just screw on at the top and at the bottom. Nice and simple. Here there's a protrusion outwards because I'm going to drill another hole here which will be used to add a screw to screw the shelves onto the brackets and keep them all solid. So a nice simple design. If you want to know what the overhangs are, there's 3 centimeters here, about 3 centimeters here. This is just a prototype. This is going to be slightly longer, and then about 8 centimeters extra here. The dimensions of my studs in the shed are similar to this, so should be just fine. You don't need to make big bulky brackets unless you're going to be storing very heavy weight, and as I say, these are very rigid and strong. So nice simple design. So for this project I'll be using some pallet wood of at least 20 millimeters in thickness. I started off by setting up the fence 20 mil. That way I can run the pieces through in one dimension and then in the other dimension to get a nice square 20 by 20 mil piece of wood. This really makes the most of rough wood. Some of this pallet wood really isn't much good for anything else, so I'm glad to be using it up on this project. As I said earlier, I'm making these brackets for a garden shed, and if you'd like to see how it was built, then I'll leave links to all the videos of that series in the description box. Here you can see I'm just turning the wood over and then running it through again to get that second cut. So now I need to cut out the 3 different pieces of each bracket. So there's like an upright, a horizontal piece, and then a 45-degree angle piece. So I'm using the mitre gauge here, and I've got a stop block set up. I adjusted the fence starting with doing 20 of one cut, then 20 of another cut, and then 20 of the final cut. So there'll be 3 different lengthed piles at the end. Having that piece of wood there just helps for safety so that the wood doesn't bind and kick back. Now I could start marking up. So I'm going to try and mark these up in little batches, kind of do them all at once to save time. Of course this saves a lot of money if you're going to make a lot of brackets. I'm making 20, even at £2 each, that's £40 if you want 20 brackets. So just using the ruler and the speed square to help me here. And I can transfer the markings. Now I need to find center points for drilling clearance holes later on. And I used an awl just to punch out those points, ready for the drill press. So there'll be a hole at the top and bottom of the upright, and then another hole to attach the horizontal piece, and you'll see how that goes later on. So now I'm just marking up for the horizontal top pieces. This one clearance hole will be where I add a screw underneath, which will screw into the shelf above and lock the shelf to the bracket. So finally now I need to mark up the 45-degree areas. So I did on one side with the combination square, and then I flipped it over to mark the other side. Now onto the drill press. I used a drill press here. You could use a hand drill, but it helps to keep everything aligned when you're screwing everything together. Makes for nice straight square clearance holes. Now to cut the 45s. As you can see, I can start off with one and then just flip it over to do the other one. These don't have to be identical. You don't really need a stop block for this. It doesn't really matter if one is a couple of mil longer or shorter than the other. So to connect these brackets, I'm going to be putting a screw through here directly through this top part. And then for the two 45-degree angled cuts, the screw wants to go around about here. You can see that gives you maximum hold. The screw can go right down to like there. If you go too far over here, it's going to go through the end of the wood. So quite tight to that join, and the same here, tight to the join again, maximum hold. I'm going to be using 45mm screws. So now for assembling the shelving brackets, I'm gluing and screwing these. So first I need to glue the vertical back piece to the horizontal piece, and for that I'm using 45mm screws. Now for the strength, the brace, 45-degree braced part, glue on both ends. And I'm working on a piece of wood that I know is square, and I'm using that as a reference now when I'm lining everything up to make sure it's nice and square. And once I know it's square, I can start with some pilot holes and then add some more screws. Then I could just repeat the process until I'd finished all 20 brackets. So here is an example of one of the brackets I've just made. I've just made 20 of them, all exactly the same, and they're now ready to install into the shed. And as you can see, they are extremely strong considering the amount of material used, and they should do a great job at holding up plenty of weight on the shelves. So now to get these installed into the shed. I'm using 50mm screws here with some small brass washers just to distribute the pressure of the screw on the wood, and I'm screwing them straight into the uprights. And I use some 18mm thick scrap plywood for the shelving. Once they were all in position, I could screw a screw up through the bracket into the shelf above just to lock everything in place. So once the first row was on, I could then add the second row, and you can see here the top butts up against the bottom of the other bracket, and that really helps to add strength. The weight gets transferred down through the brackets and through into the studs. And that was all the shelving complete. Okay, so that is about it for this video. I was pleased with how they turned out in the end. They cost practically nothing, just some glue and some screws to make, and they all look uniform, they all look nice in a shed, and they're really strong, as you can see, surprisingly strong. You can see here I've got these big ones, same design pretty much, but they're larger for storing wood, and they work great. They hold plenty of weight, but these will hold plenty of weight too in a small garden shed. So why not make some of these for yourself? They're strong, useful, and they cost practically nothing to make. So if you did find this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.